What is going on, YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney. Appreciate you guys for watching this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right about now, as it does help these videos get out to the public and my channel to grow overall. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can, and turn on post notifications too, so you don't miss a single one of those videos that I post. It's only right, you guys. You know, in the off season, I was really high on the 49ers. I really was, and I felt they were going to win 10 games. I felt they were a playoff team. People laughed at me. And so far, the 49ers actually have exceeded my expectations this year. And I, for a while, kept saying the 49ers are going to win their division. They're going to win their division. And as time goes on, as I get more information, you know, I want to say this right now. You know, the 49ers, they might be a better team than Seattle overall. They do some things better than Seattle. Their defense is legit. Their defense this year might be the best in the NFL. I mean, Nick Bosa, Buckner, I mean, linebackers, great players all over. I mean, that defense is legit. They put hands on people. The 49ers defense is so good, man. They're so good at all levels. But you want to know why Aaron Rodgers and the Packers have dominated their division for the last decade or so? Because he's a great quarterback. The guy's elite. Do you want to know why the Colts have dominated their division pretty much the last decade or so? The reason is because they had Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck. It did not matter if the other teams were better than them. They had the better quarterback. Deshaun Watson. You know, this year, I firmly believe the Colts are a more well-rounded team than the Texans this year. But the reason why I believe the Texans are going to win their division and why they are leading their division right now is because they got Deshaun Watson, the Colts got Jacoby Brissett. And I like Jacoby Brissett. I really do. I think Jacoby Brissett does some really good things. I think Jacoby Brissett is a franchise quarterback. I feel the same way about Jimmy G when it comes to comparing him to Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. I think Jimmy G can be a really, really good quarterback. Look at his record. His record is amazing. Ever since Jimmy G's gotten into the league and started games, he's done nothing but win. I feel like Jimmy G has the intangibles. I feel like he has the it factor. Now, this year, he's not really shown it, but again, I believe in Jimmy G down the road. I believe Jimmy G is a franchise quarterback, and you can win big with Jimmy G. But Jimmy G is not Russell Wilson. No, 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 no. No, he is not Russell Wilson, and that's the difference. Seattle, to me, is a better team than the 49ers because the 49ers have Jimmy G and the Seahawks have Russell Wilson. It's pretty much that simple. You know, there are about 4 quarterbacks in this league right now that have absolutely mastered the quarterback position, meaning they know the ins and outs of the quarterback position left and right. You know, I feel like those quarterbacks are Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and Drew Brees. Okay? As good as Patrick Mahomes is, as good as Deshaun Watson is, as good as Lamar Jackson has been, they have not mastered the quarterback position. They have not done that quite yet. There's still a level they need to tap into and a level they need to master at the position. When it comes to Russell Wilson, today, and I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan, I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, I believe that Russell Wilson right now is a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers. He's definitely a better quarterback than Tom Brady. Tom Brady's washed. And I don't think the gap between these quarterbacks is too big. I don't think the gap between Mahomes, Rodgers, you know, all these elite quarterbacks is pretty big. But I think Russell Wilson, I think right now, if I had to start my team, I got to take Russell Wilson. I'm not going to go into the whole details as to why I feel Russell Wilson is the best quarterback in football, just because I've done a whole video talking about that. You can go check it out if you want. I'll put a link in the description for that video. But just to kind of summarize that a little bit, look, ever since 2017, Russell Wilson has led the league in touchdown passes, okay? That's better than Aaron Rodgers. That's better than Tom Brady. That's better than Drew Brees. Ever since, you know, Russell Wilson had led the league in touchdown passes in 2017 behind arguably the worst offensive line in football, and what he's doing this year, I mean, Russell Wilson's always been a top 5 quarterback pretty much throughout his entire prime. And this year, I think you can now make the argument with Aaron Rodgers not quite putting up the same numbers he once was, with Tom Brady, in my opinion, being washed, with Drew Brees not quite being the same quarterback, with Patrick Mahomes coming down to earth a little bit and missing time. I believe Russell Wilson, if I had to start a team today, he's my number 1 guy. And again, even if you don't think Russell Wilson is the best quarterback in football, he's better than Jimmy G. Right? You guys gotta realize something. Russell Wilson right now is second to Aaron Rodgers all time in career passer rating. Right now, he's got 27 total touchdowns in 10 games this year. Russell Wilson has been balling this year. Okay, so advantage is quarterback. I'm not gonna talk about that too much anymore. Okay. When it comes to the Seattle Seahawks, the reason why I believe they are going to finish out and win this division over the 49ers, and again, it's going to be a tight race, but I feel like the Seattle Seahawks, look, in my opinion, there are 5 teams right now that can win the Super Bowl. There are 5 teams. That being the Packers, the Saints, okay, the Seattle Seahawks, the Baltimore Ravens, and the New England Patriots, okay? So, 3 NFC teams, 2 AFC teams. Seattle deserves to be in that conversation. San Francisco is about a year away. I've done several videos talking about the 49ers, about why I think they're a little bit overrated, and why I'm not going to bet on them being a Super Bowl contender this year. Be sure to check that video out right now, too. You know, I'll put a link in the description for that as well. But again, when it comes to Seattle, they have the formula to win it all. When you have the elite quarterback and the elite head coach in Pete Carroll, you got a chance to win. Pete Carroll is an elite head coach. And when you got running backs like Chris Carson, who might arguably be the most underrated player in all of football, when Chris Carson is running the football well, with Penny and CJ Prosise, and then not to mention Russell Wilson is also a threat to run the football, you got a chance to win. Seattle is one of the best running teams in the NFL. Whenever you have a great head coach, an elite quarterback, and an elite running game, that gives you a chance to win. And again, on the outside, I feel like Tyler Lockett is so underrated, guys. He has developed himself into being a legitimate, I wouldn't say undisputed number one wide receiver, but Tyler Lockett is a very reliable wide receiver. He's developed himself into being that guy. And now you add in DK Metcalf to this team, a guy out of Ole Miss that's 6'5" that can absolutely burn you and moss you and jump over you. I mean, DK Metcalf is a strong wide receiver. That's a huge red zone target. Not to mention, you know, you got Russell Wilson making people like Jacob Hollister look good. So Seattle has weapons. And not to mention, they added Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon in that San Francisco 49ers game on Monday Night Football made some big-time catches. Josh Gordon is the X factor for this team. So Seattle, they've got the weapons. They've got the running game. They've got the head coach. And they got the quarterback. And one thing Seattle is they're tough. They are a smash-mouth football team. They're physical up front. They usually do not get bullied up front. Now, the Ravens and the Saints did do that to them earlier in the season. But you have to take this into account. Teams get better as the season goes on. And to me, Seattle has gotten to a point where I feel like they can beat the Ravens if they face them again. I feel like they can beat the Saints if they face them again. And when it comes to their defense is never going to be terrible, guys. I mean, Bobby Wagner, arguably the best middle linebacker in all of football. Jadeveon Clowney has absolutely been a monster off the edge for this team. And, you know, I think Seattle, anytime you don't turn the football over, you're good situationally, you're good on defense, you have an elite head coach, an elite quarterback, and an elite running game, you should be a Super Bowl contender. And they, right now, to me, are one of the 5 best teams in football. Whenever you have that quarterback and Russell Wilson, you can win a Super Bowl with that guy, okay? And when it comes to the 49ers, their remaining schedule is really, really difficult, guys, okay? Are we sure the 49ers are going to win this division? Because I'm not. I'm really not. The upcoming schedule for the 49ers features the Green Bay Packers. And I feel like they're going to lose that game. I feel like Aaron Rodgers and the Packers have something to prove. They're going to beat the 49ers in their house even, okay? They got to play at Baltimore. They still have to play at the Saints. They still have to play the Falcons, who are not a great team, but they're not an easy out. They still got some great players. They have to play the Rams again, and then they have to play at Seattle. I could potentially see right here 4 more losses just off the bat right there. 3 or 4 more losses, or 5 losses even. What if they lose to Aaron Rodgers on Sunday Night Football? What if they lose to Lamar Jackson the next week? What if they turn around and lose to Drew Brees right there? It's a 3-game losing streak right there. Not to mention you have to play Jared Goff and the Rams, who reloaded with Jalen Ramsey, and the Seattle Seahawks, once again, who already beat you on Monday Night Football in San Francisco. So, the 49ers are a great team. They really are. But I've been saying it for weeks and weeks and weeks. Jimmy G's a good quarterback, but he's not ready to win the Super Bowl. Jimmy G's a good quarterback. 18 touchdowns to 10 interceptions is pretty good. A 97 passer rating is pretty good. The 13th best QBR in football is pretty good, but it's not elite. And in the NFC, with Russell Wilson, with Aaron Rodgers, with Drew Brees, you're going to have to probably be elite at times. I just don't think Jimmy G is ready to take that step. And I think that with the 49ers' brutal, and I mean brutal remaining schedule, they're not going to finish strong. And I feel like Seattle's going to catch them, and they're going to overtake them. And Seattle does get one more game and one more shot at San Francisco, and they already beat them once. The 49ers, I'm not sold. They're not Super Bowl contenders. They struggled to beat the corpse of the Washington Redskins and the corpse of Case Keenum. The game versus the Redskins was tied at 0-0 at the half. Really? They barely beat Mason Rudolph and the Steelers? Really? You barely beat Kyler Murray and the Cardinals twice? Really? You lost to Seattle at home, the one team that you faced as a playoff team this year, undisputedly? Really? I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with you dominating Kyle Allen, who's a scrub. I'm not impressed with you dominating Jared Goff, who's looked terrible the whole year. And meanwhile, when I look at Seattle, Seattle's remaining schedule is really actually not that bad. At the Eagles, who have looked really inconsistent all year, I might take Russell Wilson over Carson Wentz. Again, Russell Wilson versus Kirk Cousins and the Vikings at home. I'm going to take Russell Wilson. At the Rams, that might be a tough game, but I trust Russell Wilson to potentially beat Jared Goff again. You know, at the Panthers, I trust Russell Wilson to beat Kyle Allen. The Cardinals at home, I'll take Russell Wilson over Kyler Murray. You know, 49ers at home, I'll take Russell Wilson over Jimmy G once again. So I feel like that Seattle, they'll probably lose to, I say, the Eagles, and I say at the Rams. I feel like they'll lose at the Eagles, and they will lose at the Rams, and they'll win the rest of their games. So right there, that puts Seattle at 12-4. I feel like San Francisco is going to finish somewhere around 11-5, 10-6. The back end of the 49ers schedule is really hard, guys. It really is, guys. It's very, very hard. The 49ers are going down. This team is a really good team, and I've been saying it for weeks. They are the Los Angeles Rams of 2017. The Rams in 2017 were a talented team. They were on the uprise. Jared Goff on the uprise. Jimmy G on the uprise. The running game with Todd Gurley on the uprise. The running game with Telvin Coleman and Matt Breida is on the uprise for the 49ers. You know, Sean McVay, the up-and-coming great hot shot at head coach. Kyle Shanahan, the up-and-coming hot shot at head coach. And unfortunately, Jared Goff and that team were not ready to win. They lost to Matt Ryan, an MVP quarterback, at home in the first round of the playoffs in 2017, the year before they went to the Super Bowl. The 49ers are a year away. The Seattle Seahawks are going to win this division. Jimmy G, I'm sorry, you're a fine quarterback, but you are not winning this division this year, and you're not getting far in the playoffs this year, and you are not Super Bowl contenders this year. Meanwhile, Seattle, they will win the NFC West, and they're Super Bowl contenders. Be sure to comment where you agree with me and disagree with me. Love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? You know, or potentially if it doesn't, you know, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, you know, get other people hip to this channel, you know, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God blessed day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.